Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 14 of Civilization 5 as Portugal. We're playing on Emperor difficulty. I'm just getting geared up to go to war with the Mayans again. I'm a little bit worried about what Egypt is doing over here with their city that's forward settled me. I am having a little bit of food issues in a lot of my cities, which hopefully I'll be able to recover after this war and get my economy sorted out. But I've already made so much effort to get this war started that I think we are going to have to get that done. It won't be long before we do that. I just need to get my last cannon in place and get it set up. So hopefully within a turn or two we can make that declaration. Not too sure how easily Palenque is going to fall. It isn't its capital. Although it is a much more highly armoured... Or it is its capital actually. Palenque is. I was thinking it was Tikal. But we should be able to take it relatively easily. It does have walls. He's probably got a castle in there as well. But having 4 cannons that can fire on the turn we declare should hopefully help with a lot of things. There's already an influential culture. Wow, that's actually quite scary. We're going to swap these 2 units around. You won't be able to do anything. Actually, you can set up on this turn. So it's on the next turn we're actually going to declare war. Who is influential? Egypt. Wow, Egypt have 54 tourism. Who are Egypt influential with? Korea. That's not surprising because Korea are actually quite far down on the list. Arabia have a massive culture pool, so I very much doubt that Egypt will become culturally influential with them. In fact, it would actually take... let's have a look. Is it going to tell me the number of turns? No, apparently not. Not going to tell me how many turns it would actually take. Okay, well, I think we should be okay overall. You can just sit tight. You're going to work on that aluminium. You can also sit tight. And on to the next turn. Now, this is the turn, providing the Mayans don't declare war on me right now. This is the turn where I'm going to declare war on them. Because hopefully we'll be able to do enough damage on the first turn to not worry too much about our cannons. New unit from Mbanza Congo. Always nice to get free stuff. Discovered some antiquity sites. Lots of antiquity sites. We know that we've got a city starving. Unit needs promotion. We've got some barbarians here as well, which we'll need to deal with. You can have drill. And let's start getting you over here so you can go and deal with these barbarians. There's a camp down here we're going to have to deal with at some point as well. You finished the zoo in Braga. Go ahead and get a museum so we can actually make use of those great great artists. Let's go ahead and get fertilizer because we need the food. You're set up, you're set up, you're set up, and you are set up. So, it's time to declare war. All of his trade routes, so that's not bothered about that. He's just lost 3 of his trade routes. Okay, so let's get rid of all of this stuff that's just filling up my... Oh, no, why did it do that? I hate this game sometimes. So I've accidentally just moved one of my cannons into his territory, which now means I'll only have 3 cannons instead of 4, so that's fantastic. So let's go ahead and fire with the 3 cannons that we can. And wow, those cannons are hardly going to tickle the city. That is unfortunate. I was expecting a lot more damage out of them than that. Of course, it would have been better for me if I'd have actually had all of my cannons able to fire instead of only 3 of them. That's a little bit disappointing. I am going to have to start to try and take these units out here before they kill off all of my cannons. We can start doing a little bit of damage here to some of his units as well. Luckily, I do have quite a few units that I can move forwards. Is it worth attacking you? Probably not, but we can start moving some more units forward all the same. You can just hunker down there. Same for you. Right, let's see how badly this is going to go then. Let's see how many of my units I'm going to lose. City heals a few hit points back. Yeah, it's going straight for my cannons, which is as expected. You know, that cannon that I accidentally moved by clicking in the wrong place is completely my own fault, but, you know, what can you do about it? They've got their own cannons. I think that cannon has completely gone, although the icon's still showing. I'm fairly certain we did actually lose it. Now this cannon's getting attacked as well. In fact, oh no, that cannon did actually manage to survive, although it's going to get wiped out now by this unit. Okay, well at least we get a promotion. Right, being denounced by Arabia, hardly surprising. Coimbra still starving. And an enemy is near. Can't do anything about that, so we're going to lose a cargo ship. Promote a unit, let's just give you heal instantly. And again, let's throw everything that we can at the city. We'll just attack with everything we've got. See if we can rescue our knight a little bit. Get him to heal. He does get a promotion, but I think I'm actually just going to give him drill and get him to heal, and we'll move the conquistador around a little bit. Actually move the conquistador here. Can't attack. Wow, that's a lot of stuff, Egypt. You've got that coal connected. There was some more coal around, I think. Let's go and get that aluminium. You guys should be able to go and do some damage to them. Ah, there's another coal there. But these guys can do that when they're finished. Can't believe that Coimbra is still starving. Right, let's stop working that tile. That's a 2 food tile. See, it's a good production city, but it's not a very good food city. Really need to get another farm here. Is there anything else I can work that would give me more food? Oh, well, it's only going to starve so much, isn't it? You're just going to defend up. Okay, let's see what we lose on this turn. Being denounced by Assyria. Again, hardly surprising. I think once we can get past the roadblock, which is the Mayans, I'll be in with a much better chance of being able to take out some of the other civilizations. We're about to lose another cannon, which is really, really unfortunate. Though they are going to end their turn next to the citadel, so they automatically take quite a bit of damage from that. This cannon is probably going to be lost as well. Now we are being insulted by Arabia. Trade route plundered, of course. That will be those barbarians that somehow are spawned a new unit. This was a question somebody asked the other day. Sometimes barbarians spawning new units. It's when barbarians plunder a trade route. So because the barbarians have plundered this that trade route, they automatically spawn a new unit, which is a real pain sometimes. Porto, you can go ahead and build a factory. You guys go and finish them off. So it was a bad time to lose a trade route, but what can you do about it? You actually get a promotion, so we're going to go for the instant heal. Still going to continue to try and do as much damage to the city as possible. Which, let's be honest, isn't a lot of damage, but any we can do is good. Now, the problem I have with my Gatling guns is if I move them across the water, they can't actually fire on this turn. But it certainly does give us a little bit of... it provides the enemy with some additional targets, so it's not too bad. We're going to have to go down here and wipe this camp out. And get my... mind just going up against pikemen isn't great, but getting my worker back would be nice. You guys... You guys can actually just keep moving forwards at this point. What's on that tile? Does that belong to the Mayans? Yes, it does. You can pillage, but there's no point doing it now because you haven't taken any damage. So just wait up there. On to the next turn. Right, this will probably be where we end up losing our last cannon. Obviously, we see Polynesia and Assyria going to war here. I am starting to get to the point with this game where I feel like I've made too many poor judgment choices early on to actually recover from it, which is a real shame because when I played my other game... wow, that's a lot of privateers. When I played my other game on Emperor, when I was playing as Spain, the one that I started on the stream, it seemed to be going a lot better, and I think it's down to several things. One, the sort of start you get, and secondly, just how you play, and I think I have just played really, really badly on this particular game. I've certainly stalled my science, I've stalled my economy, I've put myself into a position where, at least the barbarians are thinning out some of Egypt's units, but I mean this is absolutely terrible now. I've just got barbarians in my borders. At least we managed to wipe those out so I don't have to worry about them so much. I'm going to have to go down here though and deal with some of these units, which is going to be an absolute pain in the neck. You guys have had a promotion. We have lost another cannon, which is hardly surprising. Nobody else really is close enough to take any decent shots at the city. Certainly not enough to do any damage to it. Guess we could move in with that Gatling gun and do a little bit of damage onto the city directly. You're not going to be able to get there in any decent amount of time. You actually do get cover, though, which could be useful. What can I do with you? Guess I could move you forward to provide them with an additional target. You take forever to heal up. You guys just sit still for now. Let's go on to the next turn. What I may do is if this war goes very, very badly, which it looks like it is going, I may just abandon this game. I know it's a real shame and a lot of you would probably prefer to see me play it through to the end, even if it results in a loss. But I think if I've made... I mean, this is a learning experience for me. Because this is, I say, other than that one game on the stream, this is the first real time I've had an attempt at an Emperor game, really. And I know I can do a lot better than this. I know that this is just a poor game due to poor choices, and I think it's a little bit silly continuing when I know that I've made so many mistakes that I've actually backed myself into a corner and got to a point where things just aren't going well. Also, as well, I don't think Portugal is particularly all that strong a civilization. I mean, their uniques certainly do seem to be very, very situational, and this doesn't seem to be the right situation for them. Well, at least one of my cannons has survived. Have lost another unit, though. I know I could pillage this caravan here, but it means moving from a defensive position, which may not be a great idea. You actually get a promotion. You could go ahead and take cover, which isn't a bad idea. You can pillage, which will heal you up. We are just going to fire directly on to the city now. Very much doubt we are going to have enough firepower to be able to take it down. Although saying that, we have got it down into the red. You know, there have been a lot of casualties in this war, but we've got it down into red. Which is not a bad thing. Well, there's a lot of barbarians around. Right, you guys go ahead and deal with these guys first, because they're on the move. These guys are just sitting there. And it's easier to deal with the brutes than it is to deal with the pikemen. And we can fully heal up before we go and try and deal with said pikemen. Now, you're going to have a little bit of a problem from a lot of things, so I might actually move you down in this direction just to make things a little bit safer for you. So, we need to try and take the city on the next turn if at all possible. Maybe we have enough firepower, maybe just. We're 3 turns away from getting fertilizer. It'll be great if we do. We might actually be able to stop some of our cities from starving if that happens. We also plundered the trade route anyway there, which was quite nice. Great person is born. We've got ourselves a great general. Whether or not we use that one on another point in the Citadel right now, I don't know whether or not that's going to be the case. Have we just lost another gun? Yes, we have. That was annoying. We are starting to move some more units up. There is still a possibility that we can take this city. I don't think the mains actually have all that many units left. Saying that, neither do I. So we do have to be careful. You've had a promotion. I think you are going to get number 2 of that. You're just going to go and kill this unit. Then we'll probably put you on the hilltop here so you can heal up. No, you're not going to let me select that unit anymore. We have our Great General. Might as well start bringing you down to the front. Okay, so what can we do here? Cannon. Cannon has to fire first because that's going to be the lion's share of our damage here. Can we do enough damage to take this city? I'm actually going to say no. I don't think we can. Got a cannon there, which is probably a bad position, but I do need to start moving some of these units up if I'm to have any chance of taking that city out. I need to do this. Let's get some people on this side of the river so that we've got a chance of taking the city on the next turn, if it's going to be possible. Providing these 2 Gatling guns and the cannon survive, we should be able to get the city's health down to 0 on the next turn. All that means then is we need to try and get one of our melee units into the city before the mains can actually respond and wipe them all out. Now they're going for the knight, which is not a bad idea because the knight's further away and the knight is weakest. Gatling guns are going for the conquistadors. So are the cannons. Now that lancer may be enough to wipe it out. Actually, it wasn't. We may have just captured Palenque here. It's a very real possibility. Okay, choose production, Coimbra. We are going to go ahead here and get a public school because we do want to stay ahead of the science curve. You've got that coal connected. You're going to go up and work on that coal. You are exactly where I wanted you to be, even though it said you weren't going to move there. So you are just going to heal up before you do anything. You guys are going to go and work on that aluminium. Okay, you guys here. Cannon. Fire at the city. Fire at the city. Fire at the city. City's down to 0. We have captured Palenque. We're going to create a puppet here. Hopefully we can hold it off long enough. You are just going to go on to alert. Still going to move the rest of these units down. Got to be careful that Egypt don't try something sneaky over on my borders here. Conquistador is going to heal up. Now the question is, do we peace out or do we just push on? Because I don't think he's got all that many units left. I mean, let's be honest, neither have I. But I think piecing out would probably be a little bit silly. Yes, we do have major happiness problems, but I think we can get those fixed. The question is just, can we keep Palenque? Because he does have a cannon there. And it's very possible that he could use that cannon to get the city's health back down to 0. And then use the Lancer to take it. I mean, we could take it back quite easily if he does, but I prefer that not to happen. Right, he actually wants to make peace with me. I don't want to do that now, because I still think that it is in my advantage to carry on. Yeah, he's got Palenque low enough to actually take it, so he's going to take Palenque back, which is a real shame, because now it actually loses even more health. And the civilian was captured as well. Right, we've got fertilizer now. Coimbra's still starving. It really shouldn't be. What we're going to do... That city's hardly got any population now, so the cannon should literally take it down to almost 0. I'm amazed that it didn't. So let's go and try and take it back again. May not be enough to get it. Right, we have got it. What's actually left in there now? Wonders. Hagia Sophia and Hajremi Castle. It's got a museum, it's got an opera house. Not a lot of buildings left now, of course, because I think we'll still have it as a puppet. They've got cannons left, but I don't think they have any more melee units there, so I don't think they're going to be able to retake it again on the next turn, although they could. Let's start going into metallurgy. Egypt has adopted order. That's going to hurt our happiness. We're actually going to start getting barbarians now because we have a lot of problems here. Unit needs orders. Knight, you are going to heal up. We need to get some happiness going. So, wherever we don't have zoos, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get a pagoda here, just because we can. Don't have enough to get another pagoda, which is a shame. I think that's about as many zoos as we're going to get. Choose production in Lisbon, yeah, because Lisbon's just finished its zoo anyway. What do we get in Lisbon? Wow, we have absolutely no production here at all. I guess we could go for the Eiffel Tower. Switch to production focus. Still be 27 turns. Actually quite a long way away. Cargo ship, you are going to continue to go to Polynesia because that was the most gold. We'll go on to the next turn. This will probably be the last turn on this video, and I will have a little bit of thought after this video whether or not I wish to continue with this particular game, because I really do feel like I have gone and screwed things up. Screwed things up to the point of I'm literally just flogging a dead horse now. They do still have a few units around, but they're all ranged apart from this musketman who can't get to the city quickly enough. Assyria is still at war with Polynesia. We do have an enemy near. At least we've got out of the -11 unhappiness, so that's going to stop us getting those random rebellion spawns. At least for now. Enemy spotted near Palenque. Interesting that you choose to move your cannon around that side. Do as much damage to them as we can. Start moving forward, I guess. At least if we go and attack their last city, they won't be able to fight back. Choose production. Braga. We could go for the Louvre here. Not a bad idea. We do need to get the ironworks going as well at some point. Let's go for factories. Let's try and get that additional production where we can. Vilnius I'd like to keep travelling to because I'd like to keep them on side for the time being. You're going to go and build a coal mine. That's what you were heading there for in the first place. Who have we got left to move? Another Gatling gun. Can't really get you anywhere useful on this turn because there's a lot of stuff in your way. So you might just have to stay there for now. Just go on to alert. Got that worker back. Suppose we could move under that cannon. It seems safe enough and go and repair that farm. At least now we can also reach this stone and we can go and get that repaired as well. But that's all I can do on this turn, so I'm going to call that an end to the video. I don't know, maybe I'm worrying over nothing. I mean, I am now, well, still quite a way behind Ramses, but I have managed to take out Palenque's capital. So we now have two capitals. 3 if you count our own. We're going to go and take out Tikal next. I don't think I'll have any problems taking that out. Yes, I will need a couple more cannons, but they've only got the one city, and they're not going to be... Well, so they haven't got the one city, sorry. They do actually have Chichen Itza up here still. But Chichen Itza really isn't really going to be able to send any reinforcements, so Tikal's not going to be able to reinforce too easily. And the whole purpose of taking Palenque and Tikal is it gives me one continuous piece of land over onto Egypt's borders. So it means I can actually assault Thebes. And I don't even really need to take out Memphis or Heliopolis. All we really need to do is take out Thebes, because that's where the majority of their wonders are. If we can grab Thebes, we've pretty much crippled Egypt. I would like to take Elephantine out as well, just because it is very close to my borders and I don't like it being there. Once we can take Egypt, if we can, Korea shouldn't be too much of a threat. They're actually on the coast, so maybe we can do something about them. And then we just work our way through. Assyria should be fairly easy to deal with. That's if Polynesia haven't already wiped them out by that point. And then possibly going on to... oh, that's a really crappy island. And then possibly going on to Polynesia and finally Arabia, but that is definitely going to be something for another time. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5 as Portugal on Emperor difficulty, and I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye for now.